On the day that my son died, we had arranged to have what I call a transition ceremony to create a sacred space where we could both honor the life and acknowledge the sacred transition back to the arms of the ancestors. We took a number of flowers and different fragrant plants, and we made a plant bath. And using that plant bath, we bathed his body, and this is while he was still on life support in the NICU unit. And we took photographs, and it was really a period of time that we kind of distinguished as not about the death, not about the transition that was going to be happening soon, but more about, honoring the first bath that we were giving our son, really kind of like distinguishing between the welcoming and the enjoyment of the life that was in front of us. The tube that was used to bag him, to keep the airway going there, was removed. And so he was breathing on his own for, I believe it was 90 minutes. His heart kept beating for 90 minutes, and it was extremely strong. It was only towards the last, I would say 10 to 15 minutes, that his heartbeat became very faint. And my partner and I had both taken turns holding our hands over his heart to really feel the strength of that beat. And so I just really understand that experience as Holly basically giving us that last gift of time. We held him in our laps, and so that was so that we could both hold him at the same time. It's difficult, but it's really driven home the importance of memorializing the time that you have and taking advantage of it to the best of our abilities. I anointed his lips with a raw honey that had been gifted to us by a friend, and his lips really glistened. I don't know if you can tell in the photo, but I remember that very distinctly, and that was just another way of me honoring him. There are serious issues that need to be addressed, and I think that that's why this being that I understand is my son, Kali, came to show me that that's where my work is, to shine the light. And he shined his light, and it's time for me to shine my light and speak out, because oftentimes we're silent, and we are so devastated by what's happened that we, kind of self-destruct oftentimes. In the 2 years following from my son's passing, I have spent undergoing trainings and certification courses and doing a lot so that I can support other women going through the same experience or similar experiences. And one of the other things that I've done, which I think is going to be extremely powerful, is an initiative that I'm calling Birthed in Betrayal, or Project BIB for short. And that is, I'm asking women to, step up and speak your truth, share your story. And if you don't want to share it publicly, share it with me, share it with members of our community that's forming around women who have lost children to birth trauma and betrayals. And, we're trying to create a space that exists for us so that we can not only speak to one another, but for those women that are ready to share their stories, for them to be able to step up and share them and know that they have their sisters, not just behind them, but standing side by side. And when we can do this together, that's what I talk about when I say it takes a village to grieve the death of a child. This is the community and the village that we're trying to create. The Project BIB initiative right now has a home at loveisliberation.com. And there, people can reach out to me directly through a message and just chat, or if they're ready to take, the step of actually sharing their story and joining together with other women as a kind of public unveiling of the truth that's really going on, then that's also an available option for them. And I welcome you, and I really hope that everybody hearing this will, at least get involved, check it out, even if this hasn't happened to you directly. Come visit the website and learn about what's happening to some of us. It's really important to hold space for one another, even if this is not your personal experience.